So here's what happened. I was overdue to take my car to the shop. There's been a lot of issues. First, I cracked my windshield like a year ago, and I didn't replace it. And if you're from Alberta, if you live in Calgary, you probably understand that this is very much a rite of passage for people who live here. When you come here from some other place, one of the first things you notice about cars is that all of them have cracked windshields. And the reason for that is that the city uses a lot of gravel during the winter to give cars more traction. The problem with that is that there's gravel flying everywhere, hitting windshields and cracking them. So I cracked my windshield back, I don't know, like last year, sometime last year, late last year. So it's been more than a year by now, and I hadn't replaced it. And I was waiting for more issues to mount to finally bite the bullet and fix my car. So I took my car in to the shop. One of the other things too, I bought that car in 2013. I put winter tires on that car, and I never changed them. I've been driving on my winter tires since what was it? November 2013. So they were ruined. So I took my car into the shop and they gave me the loaner. First and foremost is the fact that the layout of the car is completely out of whack. The buttons are not where I'm expecting them to be. There's different knobs and levers and everything. So I am lost. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the dealership trying to become familiarized with the vehicle so that I don't die driving to work after. It's very frustrating when you've been driving for so long and you're sitting there not knowing how to turn this on or to turn this thing on or how to... I didn't know what to do at all. And I know you're going to say the position of the buttons should matter because they're all labeled with these little symbols that are standard across every car you ever drive in your entire life. And you are underestimating how much of my life is autopilot and muscle memory. You move these buttons around, I have no fucking clue what does what. Do you think I'm paying attention to the little things that are drawn on? Look, if you were to move everything in my house 1 inch to the right, you would fuck my whole life up. The other thing that pisses me off about these cars they give you while your car is in the shop is the fact that these new... Look, we had a very simple system for listening to music, at least in my car. There's this aux cord, I plug it into this bitch like it's a pair of headphones, and the music is playing. That's it. On this Ford Focus they gave me, the car kept trying to jump into the Bluetooth for my phone, but then whenever I plugged in the lightning cable to charge it, it would try to use that to route the audio, but it wasn't set up, so it would cut off my music. So I have to unplug and plug it back until the phone decided, or the car, I'm not sure who to blame here, but one of the two wasn't agreeing with the other, and the result is I couldn't listen to my fucking music, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So yeah, I returned the car now, so I got my car back. I returned the loaner, and everything is normal again, except for the fact that while hating the different way to drive that vehicle that was so unfamiliar to me, I became accustomed to some of the niceties that these newer models have, like the backup camera. I suck at parallel parking. I suck at backing in to spots. Having that camera was awesome. Oh, another thing I wanted to ask you guys. What is the etiquette on filling up the tank for these courtesy loaner cars? Because I drove around a lot more than I expected, especially because when I was driving to return the car at the dealership, I got lost, okay? I got lost. And in part, this is because I couldn't connect the GPS to the system, the sound system in the car. There's also that. So it's not entirely my fault. I got lost, ended up wasting way more gas by the time I got to the dealership. It was the little fill up the tank now where you're going to get stranded light came on. It was way too late. I had to get the car and go back to work. So when I come back next time, they're going to be like, oh, there's that fucking dick that didn't fill up the tank. Is that a situation? If you work at a dealership, let me know. If you know the ins and outs of these things, if you know what's expected, let me know. I suffer from crippling social anxiety. So I've actually, the thought has crossed my mind to never go back to that Ford again, just to avoid the awkwardness. Even though if I was driving that car with snow tires for 4 years, it's very likely that by the time I actually need to go to these guys for service again, what's the turnaround rate in this industry? Will they still be there after, I don't know, it's going to be a couple of years before I go back, probably. Then again, I don't think I'm going to need to take my car for servicing anytime soon because based on what they quoted me, I'm pretty sure they replace parts in the vehicle for diamonds. So I should be good. Okay, I got to go make something to eat. I'll see you guys next time.